Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Lone Wolf Firearms Training. I am your host, Juan J. Johnson, coming at you live on this September 13th, 2023. We have an amazing topic tonight, and I don't think I have to be before you too long tonight. As you can see, we're talking about God, guns, and the betrayal of the boomer generation in politics. Oh, yeah, it's going to get good tonight. Tell your neighbor, tell a friend. I need you to like this video, share this video. I need you to subscribe because we're going to get hot tonight, hot and heavy. Uh, you know, some of us has been blessed with the gift to see beyond the color line, beyond the gender, uh, to see who really is responsible for some of this inappropriate behavior that's going on out here. Uh, but again, I just want to hold on. Let me change that. Yes, yes. My social media always messing with my audience. Luckily, I just changed it to public. So let's get these preliminaries out the way because I want to get into this. If you are serious about becoming responsible firearm owners and users, I need you to go to lwftraining.com. That's lwftraining.com. Okay, that's number one. If you want your wear and carry, your concealed carry, which consists of a 16-hour course, I'm going to need you to go to lwftraining.com and sign up for the course. They're on Fridays and Saturdays, and it may spill into Sunday. But Fridays and Saturdays from 9 to 5, you will get your wear and carry learning on. You'll go over everything necessary to become a responsible gun owner, gun user. If you are interested in getting your HQLs, which is your handgun qualification license, which allows you to be able to, again, uh, purchase the handgun. Go to lwftraining.com, which is Lone Wolf Firearms Training. And we have an intro to basic firearms. If you're just not familiar with guns and you just need to know how to handle the gun properly, how to make it safe, how to transport the gun, how to clean the gun, how to reassemble, how to disassemble the gun, go to lwftraining.com. If you can't get me, find another firearm instructor or another company who can do it. My thing is this: it's enough out here for everybody. I just want to see law-abiding citizens become responsible gun owners and gun users, period. That's what I want to see. Those who are not prohibited, I need you, and you're legal and you're lawful, I need you to exercise your Second Amendment right to bear arms, period. Unapologetic. Okay? That's what I want to see. If you have guns in your possession, all right? If you have guns in your possession and you no longer want those guns no more, I need you to contact LWF Training or go to longwolffirearm@gmail.com. Leave your name, information, your number, give us a call. We will come to your location and we will have the paperwork. We'll bring it out to your location and we will transfer those guns from your place to the company for educational purposes. I mean that. So again, if you are interested in having renewals, if you need a renewal on your HQL, if you need a renewal on your wear and carry or your concealed carry, again, lwftraining.com is the place to be. Unless you can find another instructor or company, again, I just want you to become responsible gun owners and gun users, whether you're in Maine, whether you're in California, whether you're in Texas, or whether you're in the great state of North Dakota or even Alaska. I just want you to become responsible gun owners and gun users. So with that said, now that we got those preliminaries out the way, let us deal with the topic at hand. Family, some of us have been blessed with the gift of sight, with the gift of common sense, with the gift of being able to connect the dots. Okay? And the title for this topic of tonight is, as you see it, clear as day, God, because we're always talking about God. Why? Because I believe God has been taken out of the equation. And I am a believer. I am I'm a worshiper. I'm a follower of the revolutionary Jesus the Christ. Okay. I am unapologetic in my relationship with God. Okay. I am who I am based on my relationship with God. Everything I have, it comes from my relationship with God. I believe that God has been taken out of the equation. And I'm just decided to do, I have decided to put some respect on God and guns. Because I'm a gunman. Many know or don't know, I'm a retired police officer, 27 years with the greatest police department on the face of this earth that I came from, the Metropolitan Police Department, located in the District of Columbia, right there in the nation's capital. Yes, that department. Gave me 27 years of my life. Okay, almost 30 years. Retired in good standing. Okay. And from there, I became a firearm instructor. Because whatever you're good at, family, you don't do for free. If you're wondering what you're called to do, I will say to you, whatever you're good at, that's your goal. That's your vision. That's your calling. And you don't do it for free. So I became a firearm instructor. Why? Because I saw the need for civilians to become responsible gun owners, gun users. So I've been doing this at least the last 6 years. Okay. And so I love what I do. I love training people on how to become responsible gun owners, gun users. I love to see them go from fear of the weapon to confidence. I love it. Nothing, there's no feeling like it. It's just to see the confidence. But also, if you know anything about me, I'm an activist. I'm very aware of what's going on out here in these streets. If you read me daily on social media, I post a lot of encouraging information, exhorting you, encouraging you, enlightening you, educating you. Actually, you're getting the flip because on social media sometimes I'm actually posting encouraging affirmations and stuff like that. And then you see me live, I'm talking about guns and politics and everything else. So it's not a contradiction. I am the sum total of all my experiences and what I see. So with that said, let me deal with this topic tonight. There's a scripture in Isaiah 56. It talks about the watchman. The watchman. The watchman normally is reserved for the preachers, the pastors, the bishops, the elders, the prophets, the ministers. Those are the fivefold ministry. But I'm going to flip it tonight. I'm going to flip it because this scripture is applicable to the baby boomers in politics, the watchers, the watchmen, whether in the Senate or the Congress, or your elected officials in your area, whatever state you're in. I can almost guarantee you, every state, they have boomers making decisions that affect the future. Generation X, Y, Z, and the I generation. And so I've reached the conclusion in my short span on this earth, my 55 years on this earth, which allows me to be able to say what the hell I want to say and make observations, that in politics, I've seen a common denominator on television, on the radio, on social media. And I keep seeing the baby boomer generation in politics who have literally, single-handedly destroyed this country. The baby boomers. The boomers. Watch this. Let me read this. Isaiah 56:10 said, his watchmen, since the baby boomers in politics are always talking about constituents, my constituents, the people who we look out for, then this scripture is applicable to you. The congressmen, the House, the Senate are blind. They're ignorant. They're dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. That's in 56:10. Let me go 56 and 11. I'm going to set it up real good. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. And they are shepherds. They are congressmen. They're in the House of Representatives. They're in the Senate. They cannot understand. They all look to their own way. Everyone for his gain from his quarter. If that scripture does not describe the elected officials in the Congress, in the House, and even among your local politics, they are greedy. They cannot have enough, family. They cannot have enough. They are the shepherds. They are your elected officials. And they don't understand no more. They all look to their own way, every one of them, for his own gain. Watch this, family. These baby boomers have stayed in office for so long that they've sacrificed, they literally have ran up the debt, the deficit, okay? Literally ran it up. Watch this. The federal government's total public debt stood at just $31.46 trillion as of February 10th, according to the Treasury Department's latest daily reckoning. Nearly all of that debt is about $31.8 trillion. What's this? For several years, the nation's debt has been bigger than its gross domestic product, which was 26 trillion in the fourth quarter of 2022. Debt to GDP is a useful metric for analyzing the debt. Okay? The one thing these trillions have in common is the baby boomers. It's the baby boomers, family. It's the boomers. Watch this. I'm gonna show you a link. But I'm gonna place this link up here and I'm gonna go to the article. This is the Pew Research. The Pew Research, February 12th, 2021. Boomers silent still have most seats in Congress. The boomers and the silent generation still have the most seats in Congress. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can put this in there. I don't know if I can't put it. I cannot put it in the comment section. Hold on, let me how it is. Oh, hold up. Let me see something. Let me see if I can put this in the comment section, and hopefully it posts. See something. Okay, copy, save, put in comment section. Okay. So basically, fam, what I'm saying is this. Every time I watch this television, right, I'm seeing boomers making decisions for Generation X, Generation Y, and Z. They've literally created a debt that is so big that it will be almost impossible for Xers, Y, and Z, and now the I generation to fix. They've made it literally impossible for us to fix. And somebody needed to bring it to your attention, because with most of us, we always think about color, white and black, Asian, Latino. We focus on the race piece so much sometimes. Okay. Then we focus on the gender, who's in office, male or female. But I'm looking at a group of people born in a certain age group who know they've lived beyond their need. That they're holding on to power just because they've been drunk with power. That they're holding on to it because they don't believe that nobody else can do it but them. Okay? Nobody's doing him, right? Watch this. Let me give you some history real quick. The Reagan Bush years of 1980 and the early 90s, the 2008 financial crisis and the subsequent Great Depression and the pandemic caused recessions of 2020, which the federal debt spiked to an all-time high, right? All right, watch this. Again, for several years, the nation's debt has been bigger than the gross domestic product, which was $26 trillion of the last quarter of 2022. Okay. We have more debt than we have more gross domestic products. But we have one thing in common. It's the boomers. It's the boomers. Without me naming some names. Well, you know what? Let's deal with that. Let's deal with who would be considered a boomer. Because I'm just saying, let's deal with who could be considered a boomer. Baby boomers were born between 1946 and 1964. If you was born in 1946, you are considered a boomer. And the last of the boomers was 1964. So if you was born in 1946, 56, 66, 76, 86, 96, 2006 would make you 60 years old. 2016 would make you 70 years old. Okay? And approaching 2026 will make you 80 years old. Okay? Look right now at all the boomers you see on television right now in the Congress, in the Senate, or in the House. And ask yourself this question. Do they represent your generation? These are people who will not release the power. They will not relinquish their power, family. They are drunk with power. And they don't trust X, Y, or Z generation. Or even the millennials. Okay? I'm not finished. Watch this. January 1835 was the first and only time of all the government's interest-bearing debt was paid off. The last time the debt was paid off was in 1835. 1835, family. Watch this. From 1835 to 1935 is 100 years. From 1935 to 2035 will be 200 years. We're at 2023 right now. Okay? We're only short by 15 years. It'll be 200 years. But again, the common persons or people that we have in common who was running the show, who's running up the debt, who's becoming millionaires after spending so much time in the House, in the Senate, lacing their pockets with millions or thousandaires or decamillionaires. It's them baby boomers. Watch this. The Treasury Department said Thursday that the budget gap from October through June was nearly $1.4 trillion. That was a 170% increase from the same period last year. Okay? Family, America has a baby boomer problem. The boomers don't know how to leave peacefully. The boomers think that they have all the answers and know everything, and we're in a worse situation now than we've ever before, not just with the deficit, but with legislations, bills, you name it, the economy. Again, they are sleepy dogs, loving to slumber. Again, take down that NPR right there, budget, federal deficit, national debt. You can highlight that. You can take a picture of that, and you can find that article. It's the boomers, family. For me, this is so much bigger than race and gender. This is recognizing that the baby boomers have literally sacrificed the future generation for their own private wealth, for their own hunger for power. And we need to start putting these baby boomers out of office immediately. We have seen them on camera in mid-conversation freeze up. We've seen them staggering, stammering. We've seen them forget where they are. We've seen them being held up. We've seen them. These are boomers now. These are boomers. My God. Man. Let me see, where's my article at? Where's my article at? Where's my article? This is one article I'm looking for. Okay, watch this. This is the Pew Research. This is dated February 12, 2021. Boomers silent still have most seats in Congress, though numbers of millennials and Gen Xers is up slightly. So watch this. This article was dated February 12, 2021, right? At that time, okay, you can't see it. I'll read it to you. Again, it's the Pew Research. Born from 1946, 1964, the boomers. So watch this. The House has 432 members. The House of Representatives has 432 members. Of the 432 members, right, 230 are boomers. 144 was Gen X. 27 were the silent generation, okay? And 31 were millennials. That was in the House. Out of 432 members, again, 230 were boomers. When I tell you the boomers need to go, the boomers need to go. The boomers need to go. The boomers need to go yesterday. We have too many boomers who have sacrificed the future of Gen X and the millennials. You can see the policies are hurting our countries. You can see the bills are hurting our country. You can see the debt is hurting our country. And you can put the blame right at the front step of the boomers. And watch this. In the Senate, there's 100 Senate members, okay? 68% of the seat in the Senate were boomers. 11 seats belong to the silent generation. 20 seats went to Gen X, and 1 seat went to the millennials. When I tell you the demise of America, I can put it right there at the feet of the boomers. They stayed in office too long. And watch this. Let me go here real quick. Let me go here. I'm gonna deal with the presidents who were boomers. Okay. 4 presidents have been baby boomers: Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Donald Trump. And 2 presidents were members of the last generation. That was Harry S. Truman. We haven't had an Xer or millennium yet as a president. Again, we can put the current state of America, the failure of America, we can put it at the hands of the boomers. Not Generation X, not the millennials, not X, Y, Z, or the I generation. We must point the finger squarely at the boomers. The boomers, family. Now look, this is not an indictment on all boomers, but I'm talking about the leadership. I'm talking about the ones who refuse to go away, who believe that they are the best. They're the best hope for this nation. But you look at the current state of our nation right now and ask yourself this question. Are the boomers really doing right by us? Are the boomers really taking us to glory? Are the boomers really dealing with the debt? They're not. Are the boomers really passing bills that's going to help our nation? It's going to put some money in the pockets of the millennials, of Gen X, and the future generation? They're not, family. It's the boomers. It's the boomers. And many people don't want to deal with that reality. Look here, I'm not dealing with personalities. I'm not dealing with gender, and I'm not dealing with color. I'm dealing with a generation of people who've been in office for so long that they failed the whole nation, and they need to be replaced immediately. Immediately. Again, baby boomers were born 1946 to 64. Think about it. Y'all don't sense that they're out of touch with what's going on? Spin, 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 spin. No responsibility. None. We've got to change the argument. We had to change, we had to change the argument. Stop focusing on personalities. Stop focusing on gender and put the people in office that's going to look out for the future generation. Stop voting based on your party popularity and deal with who's the best, who speaks for your interests. You cannot convince me these boomers are speaking for my interests. And that's why I started off with these words right here. These words right here. His senators, his House members, his congressional delegates are blind. They're ignorant. If the shoe fit, wear it. They're dogs, dumb dogs. They used to be smart. Watch this. There was a quote in the Batman that says, either you die a hero or you live long enough to be the villain. Either you die a hero or you live long enough to be known as the villain, right? I've come to the realization that a lot of our elected officials, they're villains. How do you sacrifice? How do you sacrifice, right? How do you sacrifice the future? How are you comfortable with getting your pockets laid and you sacrifice the children? Right? Who does that? What type of leadership will sacrifice the future, the children? You know, I read, let me see if I got it still in my cursor, in my browser. I read, and I did that Psalms 82, right? Remember doing Psalms 82. I did a program Psalms 82, right? Psalms 82. Pull it up real quick. I just want to read it. Because it dealt with what? It dealt with people supposed to be looking out that these leaders are supposed to be defending the poor and the fatherless, doing justice to the afflicted and the needy. Okay? They're supposed to be governing with conviction, looking out for the republic, the nation. But we find them looking out for themselves. I don't think for them it's no longer about one nation under God. They stand up and they do the Pledge of Allegiance all day long. But look at their policies and how it's affecting the future. How do you look at yourself in the mirror, boomers, and know you've betrayed the millennials, the Xers, and the future generation by your spending, by these bills you're passing? How do you face yourself in the mirror, boomers? Because that's the one constant we have. That's the one constant that we have right now. Is the boomers in leadership or sleep. Not just sleep. Watch this. They're greedy dogs, which can never have enough power, which can never have enough influence, which can never have enough control, which believe that there's no one greater than them. They are congressmen, senators, your elected officials that cannot understand no more. They all look to their own way. They've sacrificed their communities just to be in office and wear that pin that says, I'm a congressman, I'm a senator. I wish I could make this up. All of them. Okay. A whole lot of them. Okay, yes, we have some out there without using the broad brush. I've been told, don't use a broad brush. We do have some good ones, but we have too many bad ones, too many irresponsible ones. Okay, who just need to go. They need to resign like yesterday. They needed to resign yesterday or retire. I'm talking about the boomers. I, right now, feel as though the boomers can't say nothing to me. Nothing. They are single-handedly destroying the nation. And not just, and I can expand this, I can really expand this conversation from politics to religion too. I can expand this from politics to business too. I can expand this in every institution. Education. Who's calling the shots in education? The boomers. Who's calling the shots in entertainment? Who are the gatekeepers? The boomers. Who are the gatekeepers in labor, law, politics, health? The boomers, the baby boomers. In war, it's the boomers. In sex, it's the boomers. Who's the boomers again? Let's go back to it. Let's define who these boomers are. So when you see them, you can ask them, how old is you? How old are you? The boomers, the baby boomers were born between 1946 and 1964. Okay? If you're born in 64, next year will be 2024, 74, 84, 94, 2004, 2014, 2024. That'll make you 60 years old next year. You are a boomer. Okay? It's the boomers, family. If you're born in 1964, that'll make you 60 next year. But if you're born in 1946, if you're born in, let's say, if you're born in 1946 and above, 56, 66, 76, 86, you would have been 40 years old. 96, you've been 50 years old. 2006, you'd be 60 years old. 2016, you will be 70 years old. It's these folks, 70 and up, 70 and below. Okay? These are the boomers. So if you're at that right age of 80, 83 and below, you are a boomer. 83 and below, you're a boomer. 1946 to now, you're a boomer. And again, look at your television. Look at who's elected in office. Look who's calling the shots, local and national, and you're gonna see it's boomers. And I'm putting the square blame right there at the boomers. They literally don't care about the future. They're worried about the now. And they need to be kicked out of office immediately. Fresh ideas, fresh faces, okay? All of them. 3 terms, 4 terms? Come on. Why do you need to be in office 4 terms? We need term limits in the House and the Senate. We need term limits. We need to get them up out of there. They are drunk with power, and they don't know how to relinquish the power. And like I said, wait till I deal with God, guns, and the betrayal of the priest. Woo. Wait till I deal with that topic, the betrayal of the priest. Yeah. A lot of people in leadership right now have betrayed America, have betrayed the future. Okay? So somebody got to call them out. I need you to like this video. I need you to share this video. I need you to subscribe to the channel. Man, I'm not even sure if I'm even broadcasting. I don't see nobody online. I don't see not one person. Not one. Okay? But it's okay. I will rebroadcast it. I would share it on all of the platforms that I'm on. And I'm hoping that somebody come behind me and pick it up and see what I'm saying and can run with it. Boomers need to go. The boomers need to go. Okay? Again, they are greedy. The longer they stay in office, the greedier they become. Okay? They're greedy family. Okay? They're greedy. And they're drunk with power. And it's not just the politicians. It's the businessmen. It's the ministers also. I'm going to deal with that too. Yeah. I can bring this to an end. I'm going to bring this to an end. Yeah. I'm going to bring it to an end. Again, Isaiah 56:10. Normally that's a scripture for the preachers, but I've applied it to the congressional leaders. And we can apply it to the civil rights leaders too. His watchmen are blind. They're ignorant. Dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping. Lying down. Loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. They are shepherds. They are civil rights leaders. They are preachers. They are congressmen. They are senators. Okay. And from the House of Representatives. They cannot understand anymore. They all look to their own way. Every one of them, his game, from his quarter. They have betrayed us, family. And it's not race. It's not even color. It's not even gender. It's just the straight up betrayal of a nation of people in every institution, with no exception. That's my spiel for tonight. Again, if you are interested in firearms training, I need you to go to lwftraining.com. Okay? lwftraining.com. If you're interested in gun training, if you're interested in else, I need you to go to lwftraining.com and sign up. You need your renewals. You need to sign up. Again, family, we need to really, 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 really um, take another look. Get off, get away from these personalities and this gender piece. We want the best people in office. That's what we want. The best people, the brightest people, folks who have a passion for the people, for the poor, for the fatherless, okay, for the nation. That's what we want to see. That's what I want to see. People are concerned about the future, the children, and that debt. They have been in power too long. They have no answers. They have no solutions. All they do is spend, 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 and blame each other. The day is over. Vote them out on both sides of the aisle. New faces, new ideas, new blood, new, all of them. If we want to see this nation thrive and bounce back, it starts with getting rid of the boomers. They've been in power too long. And now we see, watch this. We've seen the result of their decisions. As you plan something, when you plan something, you sit down, you strategize, you look at the do's and don'ts, and then you execute the plan, right? That's when you execute the plan, you come back to the table and see what you done right, what you done wrong. And you try not to make those same mistakes, okay, the next time. We are not using that same paradigm when it comes down to these elected officials. We keep voting people in out of personalities and not out of policies. It's time to get rid of the boomers, all of them. I will take my chance with a Generation Xer or a millennium than to keep using or allowing boomers to sabotage, to destroy this nation. And I'm very serious about that. They've been in power too long. They're drunk with power and authority. They don't know how to relinquish or groom others to take their spot. And that's when you know it's time for them to go. I need you to share this video. I need you to like this video. I need you to subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm not even sure if I'm broadcasting because I don't see nobody at all. But like the video, share it, and subscribe to the YouTube, the Twitter, the Facebook. Oh, back home, you see this on. Subscribe, subscribe, smash the subscribe, hit the like or unlike or dislike, and share the video. The betrayal of the boomer generation in politics is real. And I'm bad enough to admit it and say it. And I'll debate any boomer 'cause I'm Generation X. And I'm tired of seeing them in charge. They don't, I can't identify with them. You can't put old wine into new skin. You can't put old wine into a new bottle. Some of them just need to enjoy the rest of their life and move on. But again, I my concern is they're like a lot of preachers, a lot of ministers. They want to die in the pulpit or die in their seats at the expense of the nation and their constituents. It's not about you no more. It's about preserving the preservation of the nation. Okay. Looking out for the nation, the infrastructure. Okay. That's what it's about. It's not about your legacy. It's not about your beefs. Because they be creating these beefs. And then when they leave out of office, the other person may be still around. And we got to deal with those beefs that you done created. It's time for them to go. Boomers, you need to resign. If any boomers come across this feed, they come across this, I need you to reconsider not running. No more boomers. We don't need no more boomers. I'll take my chance with Generation X. I'll take my chance with the millennials. We need some new ideas, new faces, new blood. I'll take my chance. The boomers, you need to just retire, resign immediately. With that said, I'm not going to hold you no longer. Go to LWF training for your firearms needs. Um, yeah, yeah. Go to LWF training for your wear and carries, HQLs, into the firearms. If you need your want to transfer your guns from your house to the company. With that said, always remember, family, like I said on every broadcast, it is not how much you know, it's how much you get. And too many boomers, they don't care. They don't care. They know they should be gone. They know they should have retired years ago. They don't care. You can't convince me they care about the nation, about the future. If they did, they wouldn't have ran up this deficit to $34 trillion under their watch. The boomers must go. The boomers must go. I made to create me a sign that says, "The boomers must go. The boomers got to go." But that's it. Remember this. I will see you on tomorrow. I may have to deal with the God gun and the betrayal of the preachers. Or better yet, the worthless sons. The worthless sons. God guns, the worthless sons. Yeah. So look, share this video, like it, subscribe to the channel. And always remember this, family. There is a lone wolf in you. That's my goal.